What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know at the end of the last video I said I was going to do a radiator support because mine's rotten, but something else has kind of popped up that needs addressing before my next track date, so we're going to have a go at that. That is the filter setup. This is the filter that came with the car. It's just a cheap filter on the original intake pipework, but if I get you a little bit closer you can see it's rusty, it's loppy, it's rusty. I gave it a wash when I first got it and it's just destroyed it, so that needs addressing. We did originally buy an airtec setup, but I sold it because I want to have a go at making my own. So what I've done off camera to aid in this, because obviously the airtec setup comes with like an airbox, is I made myself a little plate, just made out of 3mm alley, board solid here and here, and the fuse box from the original battery relocation is now bolted to that, nice and solid, with some like nice stainless hardware. This is still floppy, but they can get cable tied down nice and tidy until I decide what I'm going to do with this. I might replace this with one of them, but that's for another video. So what we need to do is remove this intake pipework. There's a boost solenoid here which has a vent on it. It's there. It's just a vent. It can be vented to atmosphere. It's nothing, not going to damage anything. So you need to find a means of mounting that way it's not going to get damaged. Also the rocker cover breather, this here off the top of the rocker cover there, also breathes into the intake setup on these there. So what we're going to do is, much like the airtec setup, is we're going to make a catch can. I've got, I think, most of the bits to do that. If not, shouldn't be a problem. So what we've bought to replace it with is this lot. We've got ourselves a little reducer. There is another struggle clip there. Little reducer that goes on the turbo, that goes on the intake pipework. The turbo, for reference, is 2¼ inch, which is 57mm, and I've gone for 70mm pipework, just because a lot of filters come in 70mm, which is what we've got here. Nice rammer, basic foam filter. The part number is there if you're interested. That's a terrible picture. There if you're interested. And then we've got some alley pipe. Got 180 degrees alley pipe. Obviously we're never going to need all that. All we're going to do is something like that, and then the filter's going to be somewhere over here. First things first, we need to remove this, which is already partially removed. I've pulled that out. That's just a pop clip, and in there is a Jubilee clip, which I've already undone. Boom. Oh, I didn't know that were a ASH one, but anyway, as you can see, rusty, horrible, probably got a few years use on it, and obviously that's not the best looking thing anyway. So chuck that there. Next step, if we get rid of this, reducer itself. Goes onto the turbo. You can't see a great deal there, but it goes. This is not easy one-handed, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Fun. We just need some hose work to come off there, come over here, put the filter somewhere in this region. Could put it back there, but then obviously it's going to be back of the engine bay where all the heat is, the turbo and that. Ideally wants to be somewhere over here. Just move that out of the way. Move that out of the way. And cable tie that back. Right, so that's cable tied out of the way, give it a bit of space to work with. Want to put the filter, put it back in its bag so I didn't get mucky or anything. The filter, I reckon, somewhere about here. Because there's a bit of a gap there, we'll get a bit of cool air through there. It's not got the radiator air blowing straight into it. Somewhere about there. I don't reckon I've got enough straight. Haha, didn't think of that. Might have got 2 legs, but we'll get cutting some pipework up and we'll have a look. So what I've half decided on is the filter's going to sit over in this corner. It's not going to be at a 45-degree angle like I thought. It's going to be more like that. Just wedge that there. It's then going to have a little bit of an angle. Obviously I need to cut the angle, put a bit of straight on it, and it'll go off towards that. So what I'll need to do is cut that off at the right angle. And I'll have straight, which I'm going to have to make up between that straight and that bit of straight there. And then it'll turn into the filter there with a little bit more straight for that to clamp onto. So you've got a little straight section up to that lip for it to clamp onto. And that will sit roughly there, that sort of angle. And I'll just need some sort of bracket down to one of these bolts or something, I'm not sure. What I have to do is decide that angle, tack that piece to it, then cut off here what I don't need, decide this angle, tack a tiny bit more straight to it. That should be good. So what we've got there is, that's the part that'll go in the turbo. All nice. Well, in the reducer. That'll get cut on this edge. That gives me the angle I need, which will then be a straight. Should be good. No, it's only got to be there. That'll fit like that. Obviously just needs a little bit more straight in there. What we'll do, we'll tack that bit of straight onto there, then we just need to cut that out, that length down for the right length. Right, it's the next day, run out of time a little bit yesterday, but we've got it mocked up. There it is, sits in there lovely. That's on the reducer, obviously that hose needs a bit of tidying, but the reducer's on the turbo, reducer's on the pipe, down there, boom. So grab his filter. That just slots, very difficult to do one-handed, lovely, on there, and holds just off the airbox. Little air gap down there, air gap underneath, obviously it flops a little bit, but obviously it needs welding up, but that's it, it's done. Needs welding up, some kind of little bracket down onto here somewhere, I'm not quite sure where at the minute. But I think I'll do the job, so let's get welded up. It's in. Welds come out okay. Looks good to me. Probably going to be painted black or gold taped, so that'll cover them up. But they're fairly consistent. Not bad for a beginner. That's where the filter will sit. Obviously, air gap down that side. Air gap underneath. The bracket's not welded on yet. While that was cooling down, I knocked up this quick bracket. Our piece of 2mm. Just a strip with a hole in it, dressed nicely. Just need to mark and weld that. Put Jubilee clips on, and then that will be done, and it'll be time to make a catch can, which probably end up in the next video. Right, so the pipe's there, it's got 2 hole marks on it, that's my bracket. So on this chunk rail we've got looking about. Tack that there. You can need a bit more of an angle, so I might think to start like that. Tack that there and try it on the car. Looks like it's a good angle to me. Got a good gap, an okay gap under it. Gap down the side. That earth lead's not brilliant, but that needs addressing anyway, because obviously it's just sort of wrapped around the back. It's not sat against anything it shouldn't be. That wall pipe still needs sorting. Yeah, happy with that. We'll weld that up and bolt it back in. And it's in. Welded up. Jubilees are on. Jubilees on. It's solid. Happy with that. Maybe we'll get car a little start, see if it sounds any different. I doubt it will, but you know, we'll have a look. I don't know if that come through the camera, but that actually sounded much better. Much more throaty, much more turbo noise through the filter, so yeah, mega happy with that. So the brief rundown, may as well show you what we've got, in case you ever wanted to do something like this. It is a 57 to 70mm reducer, or 2 1/4 to 2 3/4. So you've got that section I made, which I suppose you could do with a couple of 45s and a straight silicone, and then the ram air filter, which, just to reiterate the part number I used, it's that one. Mega happy. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this type of video. Do you like me to make things, or do you prefer me to bolt stuff on? I like making stuff, not gonna lie, it's much better for me. But if you prefer the bolt on stuff, I'll just try and get a bit more of them in. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.